What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Wanted to share something with you guys I'm currently working on. I've received video footage from Angela out of Cleveland, Ohio, of what she was describing as an alien creature that showed up on her outdoor security camera. I gotta admit, it is interesting. I'm still working on the footage. I'll share it with you guys when I get it done. I'm trying to put it in its best possible format. There's a creature that's standing vertical behind the fence in her backyard, and the movement of this creature that's two-legged and appeared to have a lot of hair activated the security camera. Really cool video footage that we're going to take a look at here in a day or two. But in the meantime, the New Jersey governor says that everybody needs to calm down about the drones. Apparently, there haven't been as many. Murphy was peppered with questions again on Monday as the state and country continue to be captivated by the mysterious accounts of the unidentified drones, unmanned or remote-controlled aircraft in the air above Jersey and neighboring states. And I've received video footage from multiple states across the country, and I've got more footage to share with you guys today. I was asked if I could possibly analyze this video footage here that was taken by a YouTuber. Here's the video. I did analyze some still images from the video that was taken from an airplane that apparently was flying from Detroit to New Jersey. And at one point during the flight, this individual noticed these objects flying above the clouds at a very high altitude, almost too high to be a drone. Article over here at theexpress.com goes on to say U.S. drone mystery takes a new twist as plane passenger films orbs at impossible altitude. New video taken from an airliner flying into Newark casts doubt on the official White House statement about the New Jersey drone crisis. John Kirby of the National Security Council, he goes on to say, "We assess that the sightings to date include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, and law enforcement drones, as well as manned fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and even stars that were mistakenly reported as drones. We have not identified anything anomalous." Well, in this video right here, I took a close look at what the individual saw out the window of the airplane, and here's one of 4 objects that were spotted well above the clouds, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 to 14,000 feet. Easily Amused EE took this video from an airplane flying at approximately 35,000 feet. And here we go. Here's the analysis of what they saw out the window of this aircraft. I'm going to zoom in on the one on the far left, then we're going to zoom in on the craft over here on the far right. They appear to be their own light source. There's 2 in the middle that appear to be smaller, and they're much more difficult to identify. However, the 2 larger ones that appear to be gold have wings, and they appear to be decent size. These appear to be way too big to be hobby drones. Check out the size of this thing. That's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 6 feet wide, at least, if not wider. And I'm talking about just the body of this thing. And you can tell it's got wings. It's got some sort of wings and a possible tail fin on the back. But it looks like it's a solid light. It does appear to be an orb from a distance, but when you get up close, like this one here, you can clearly see it's got wings, and it's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 feet long. That's big. I mean, that's decent size. If that's a drone, that's a very big drone, and that's not something that you would buy at the hobby shop. This is a big drone, if it is a drone, or some sort of a UFO. Check that out. And the objects in the middle, I couldn't identify anything on those, but these clearly have wings and a large body. Pretty decent size object spotted from an airplane at 35,000 feet. Flying above the clouds. So those wouldn't have been visible from the ground. So what were they doing? And those are definitely anomalous. I'm not saying that they're necessarily anything nefarious, but those are super unique. These are definitely not airplanes and definitely not helicopters. So what are they, and what are they doing up there? Those are definitely mysterious. Speaking of mysterious, I've got more video footage to share with you guys that have been sent in here recently. I'm working on dozens and dozens of videos. This video here was sent in by Gilbert out of Long Beach, California. Video was taken last night on 12/16 of 2024. Facing the ocean, noticed a very bright, mysterious light off in the distance. Check this out. The sequence that the light was flashing was very random. It wasn't a helicopter, wasn't making any noise. You're going to see it move quickly, go from one spot to the next right there at a very quick pace. So I don't know what he saw here off the coast of Long Beach, but it was mysterious enough to to compel him to get his camera out and start recording. There's a mysterious object along the west coast of the United States. Like I said, I've been getting videos from all across the country: Colorado, Michigan, Ohio, South Carolina, Florida. This object here, I believe, was spotted out of Colorado. Ron out of Castle Rock, Colorado. This was also taken on 12/16 of 2024. This video has narration. He spotted this deep in the south sky. Check this out.
This is in Castle Rock, Colorado, due south of Denver. It's an unusual bright light directly out to the south. I don't see any movement of it, but it's just extremely bright.
And as you're going to see, I think somebody else saw the same exact object in the nighttime sky. Very bright, mysterious object that just looked out of place. Video here by Angie Walker out of Cleveland, Ohio from 12/14 of 2024 when she looked up and saw this object moving through the nighttime sky. This is a low-flying craft of some sort. Looks like maybe a large drone. You can hear cars moving by, and this is flying above homes. It looks like a neighborhood, obviously a highway, busy roads nearby. Now it's moving, appears to be green and white. Not moving super fast, but not moving super slow either. Too fast to be a Chinese lantern. Chinese lanterns kind of drift upward with the wind. They're completely at the mercy of the wind. You can tell this is under intelligent control. It's got a propulsion system moving horizontally across the sky. Now it's kind of dipping behind these trees here. This video here, once again, out of Cleveland, Ohio. There it dipped in behind some trees, but it moved steady through the nighttime sky, visible from Cleveland, Ohio. Here's that stationary object again that we saw from Castle Rock, Colorado. This was on the night of 12/15 of 2024. In fact, this was early in the morning. I think the time was 4:56 a.m. Summer Chambers looked out and saw this in the early morning sky. Very large, bright, mysterious light just kind of sitting in the sky. This looks identical to the light that the gentleman saw from Colorado. Look at this thing. Almost looks like a small moon. That's what she says right there. Look at that. She said it looks like the sky is moving around it, almost like it's got an energy field around it. Just looked totally out of place. Clearly not an airplane or a helicopter. Not necessarily saying it's anything nefarious. It's just so weird, like she said right there. Looked out of place. Almost looked like a small moon. Once again, another big, bright, mysterious object hanging very low on the horizon in the early morning sky. Here's video number 5 of a collection of videos that I put together. Kelly Dubinsky out of Mishawaka, Indiana, goes back to 11/2 of 2024 at 9:03 p.m. when she looked up and saw this in the evening sky. Looked totally out of place. She was guessing this thing was at around 30,000 feet. She thought it was very high up in the sky. This would be up around where airplanes fly. And if that is indeed accurate, that's pretty good size. That is big, and I'm not so sure that would be a drone. Not quite sure what that was, but that was a great catch out of Indiana. Another video here by Randy Hood, not sure of the location, but it was taken back in July of 2024 at 3:25 a.m. when Randy looked up and saw one of these green and white objects in the sky. Almost looks like one of these drones. We've been seeing red and white drones, green and white drones. And this looks like one of the green and white ones. I'm going to zoom in, take a closer look at this thing, and you'll see it's a collection of round lights that appear to make up one object moving through the sky that wasn't making any sound and didn't appear to have any blinking lights or wings or anything like that. Another mysterious object that just looked out of place. And this goes back to July, so this is a rogue sighting, maybe not necessarily associated with the sightings that we're seeing now, but maybe they were starting to begin back in July. Going to take you guys now up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, not far from NORAD. NORAD monitors the skies above the United States, and they can spot a large mosquito if it looks mysterious. If they really want to, they monitor the sky 24/7, 365 days a year. This video was taken by Diana on December 1st of 2024. And again, this is in the area of NORAD itself. Check this out. She noticed that in the nighttime sky, and then she noticed this up here moving through the nighttime sky. Check it out.
I think that's the International Space Center.
she's thinking this is the International Space Station. But look at the colors of this thing. And it's moving pretty quick. And it's pretty good size. I've seen the space station several times myself, and I don't think that's the space station, but, you know, it's difficult to say. The space station, if I remember right, usually looks more gold.
I thought that was the International Space Center. I don't know what that is.
There's other witnesses out here watching this thing move through the nighttime sky. It's moving along at a pretty good clip. Not sure what she saw here. December 1st, 2024. And the longer she looks at it...
Okay. Maybe that's not the International Space Station.
Yeah, right there she says maybe that's not the International Space Station. I don't think it was, because it kind of disappears over here. And the space station, you can usually see it for 3 to 4 minutes because it's so high up in the sky. Right now, this thing is going in a downward motion, so the visibility of this thing's fading fast. So it was moving rather quickly through the Cheyenne, Wyoming area. Once again, not far from NORAD itself. Are you serious right now? And back to where we began at the beginning of the video, these objects spotted from an airplane, as you can clearly see, that is a large UFO or a large drone. Either way, whatever this thing was, there was actually multiple objects in the sky. They were not visible from the ground because they were above the clouds at probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 to maybe 14,000 feet. And these things had wings, and they appeared to be their own light source. I don't think those were reflecting sunlight because there was little, if any, sunlight when this video was taken. Great catch. Once again, that was spotted from an airplane at 35,000 feet. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.